Cousin.
Thudding puncher. If there's a skilled boxer in the ring, it's the man in the glittering green trunks, Hamza Sheeraz. And now we'll get a chance to see how much more progress Sheeraz is making under the training of Andy Lee.
Yeah, Andy Lee, former middleweight champion. This is Hamza Sheeraz's first fight with Andy, training in Dublin. He was training with Ricky Fuentes in the Los Angeles area before this.
Andy Lee, one of the skinniest, lights-out punchers I ever saw. He was a confounding fighter because he did things you just didn't think he could do. But, of course, he had a man who's too.
Yeah, and don't forget, Sheeraz can punch too, at least on the second level. He was on a 15-fight knockout streak prior to that draw against Carlos Thomas.
That was great matchmaking. And there are many in the sport who think that the draw was a gift against Adonis, that Sheeraz actually deserved a loss that night. But at the end of the day, he's still an unbeaten fighter, and that means something psychologically coming in.
Yeah, I think psychologically, that's a big part of this fight right now. Like you said, Berlanga's been talking a lot of trash. IX Sheeraz, if it fazes him at all, and he says no. He thinks that's just how Berlanga psychs himself up before he fights.
I think his best asset is his mentality, bro. He's level-headed, spiritual legend, and he's a grounded fighter. Really knows where he wants to go.
Very intelligent. I did a satellite interview with him a few weeks ago and was impressed with his level of knowledge and self-possession.
And I think that's why this fight is so big for Hamza. You think he has the total package outside of the ring. He looks great. He's a great talker. And if you can score bigger and better things, I'm told he's lined up for a fight with Canelo Alvarez next year.
He just missed the right hand past Berlanga. He missed him by an inch. Good right hand by Berlanga.
Berlanga almost connected just then, boy.
Berlanga probably would have gotten wild by now. So he's definitely fighting with a lot more control.
Yeah, look, right, I mean, they have to see. I'm sure Berlanga learned a lot from 12 rounds against an all-time great like Canelo.
If he paid attention, and if he's looked back at the fight several times to see what mistakes he made, of which Canelo was able to take advantage. Canelo, at this moment, arguably the smartest fighter in the sport, with the depth of his experience, the training that he's had.
Let's go! That's so good. Mommy got your butt from potatoes.
I'm so pissed off at all of you. Why has no one told me?
Why? Because he's a heavyweight that does so many things. He don't just punch. He boxes. He got defense. He has the total package.
He has the total package. That's 100% correct.
Berlanga is actually stepping on Sheeraz's foot. I seen it about 3 or 4 times. I don't know if that's a strategy or not. But they playing footsies right now.
Yeah, and now it looks, here you go. Shiraz just stepped on Berlanga's toe.
They're taking turns
Twice in a row. Exactly right.
And you don't
that's a retaliation.
Look at it.
And you don't usually see that when you have two fighters with the same stance. Usually it happens when you have an orthodox fighter against a southpaw, right?
Yep, that's right. Usually they are able to be sure they're putting the lead foot either inside or outside of the other guy's lead foot. Here, they have stepped on each other's toes 2 or 3 times.
I'm gonna tell you why it's so hard to stay in control when you're boxing because it's so easy. It's tiring when you have to think in the ring. That's the type of pressure that you don't understand. So when you're forced to think in the ring, you just rather fight with your heart.
I'll tell you another reason why, which I can see with the naked eye. Sheeraz has big feet.
You're right.
Those are size 14 or 15, it looks like to me.
Good jab by Berlanga.
And Sheeraz is the one who right now is establishing his lead foot outside of Berlanga's lead foot.
Or on Berlanga's lead foot. He's done it 2 or 3 times already.
Just that right hand that he's barely missing Berlanga with, I think he's scoring it with knockout and bad intentions.
Well, there's no question the power punch for Sheeraz is the right hand. Easily seen. I mean, he throws a left hook, but it doesn't have the same wicked intention that the right hand seems to have. Berlanga, he thinks he's super powerful with both hands.
Yeah, and Neil, Berlanga has the hometown support here. He's from New York, but New York City metro area, home to the largest Pakistani population in the U.S. Sheeraz is from England, but Pakistani descent.
Berlanga's been moving really good to avoid the shots. He really hasn't got hit with none big so far.
Berlanga's trunks say King of New York on the front.
Good left hand, right hand by Berlanga being in close.
You're going to be the king of any American city, choose New York.
You're going to have a lot of opposition, though.
Also a great movie, Jim, with Christopher Walken.
Where the money is.
No, that's the dirty way. Nice, whatever it's dirty. I got it, man.
Live on the Zone. Round 2 between Edgar Berlanga and Hamza Sheeraz. Or no, round 3. Excuse me. I must have missed one along the way somewhere.
Good hook by Sheeraz. He just stepped over and went right around Berlanga right hand, landed a sharp left hook.
It was a largely uneventful first 2 rounds.
Right. If there's going to be a fire, it hasn't ignited yet.
I would think that Hamza would have been using that jab a little bit more. I think that's a big advantage for him, as tall and long and rangy as he is.
What about hooking off the jab?
He did that a couple times and it was successful, but that jab can blind him so he can land that hook flush.
Again, it's funny, right? Hamza is the one making his debut at 168. He looks like the bigger man in there.
He does.